Okay, we are working on part B, the dashing through the snow part. The goofy thing about this is that the roll can be confusing. But we start with the open notes, T-I-M, T-I-M, I-M. Just get one roll. It's only goofy because these two measures go together. But T-I-M, T-I-M, I-M isn't too bad. Okay? And then the next roll, the only reason that's weird is because we're having to play index down here real low. Okay, so second measure, the weird part is right, that guy right there. That's probably going to make you slow down a little bit anyway. Putting those two measures together sound like this. And I would work on those two by themselves. Just make sure you're going T-I-M, T-I-M, I-M for the first measure. And the next one's going to just feel a little goofy. So those two measures together again are. And then the next two measures, the rest of that line, is the same thing except for on the second measure, really the fourth measure of that line, you put a C chord down. Put the C chord down and play the same roll. Sorry. Okay, again. C chord. And if you put those four measures together, so this is the whole line on the beginning of part B. If you get that right hand working with the second finger being down real low like that, you'll be okay. Work on that whole line there. Just try and isolate that one part that feels a little goofy. Make this two measures and just work on it a bunch. And then it's the same thing on these two measures, just with a C chord down. Okay? Keeping that C chord down, the next measure starts 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's a quarter note. With C starts it off with C, 1 and 2, and then you let go of the C chord. Okay? You end up with this. And then let go of it. Now put your second finger down. So you end up with this. And make sure that last note is with your thumb. Okay, one more time. Then we go up here and jump to the third fret. And this shouldn't be that bad. It's I-M, T-I-M, T-I-M. Okay, one more time. Then that same third finger, move it up to the 5th fret. And take it off. Again, up to the 5th fret. And the last little part, second finger. Okay, so that measure, you just start with the 5th fret. The roll on that one isn't that bad. It's the same as the roll we kind of did before that, but it just feels funny because you're way up here. Okay, so let's put those three measures together, starting on a C chord. Last little bit. This measure, the G measure, is the same as this measure, just not with that third finger down, okay? So the hard part's going to be just kind of transitioning from one to the other, but let's try it from here to here. C chords down. Let go of the C, thumb, third finger. Move it up to the 5th fret. Take it off. Okay, that's what's happening. There's a lot going on, but it's not too bad when you get the hang of it. Third line is the same as the first line of part B. And the only thing different on the fourth line is this last little thing with just, okay, which you can play all day long, but I'll play the last line. C chord. if you find yourself wanting to go put a thumb right here, I understand. In fact, I would change it. I'd put a thumb in right there. So this is the first note of the very last measure. You end up with thumb, pinch, index, pinch. I think that would feel good. All right, here's the whole B section. C chord. Okay, that should do it. There's one weird note. I played an open B when I should have played a G on this measure right here, but you won't notice it. Yeah, that's how you do it. The whole thing. Here we go. Whew. That's probably too fast, but and the other part with being able to, once you hear a bunch, you can actually bring out the notes and make it a little easier to hear. But I like it. I think you're going to do great. I just think you need to practice the transitions on the second part for a day or two, and then try and put it all together. If you separate it as part A and part B for a little while, and then by the end of the week try and do the whole thing, I think you'll be okay. Hopefully that does it. If you have any questions, let me know.